I did sit down with Ray True very early. He paid for lunch. Let the record show. I sat at his knee for about 2.5 hours. And I repeated that exercise frequently throughout the primary and into the general. First, a big thanks to Paul Mitchell. It is not easy to run for office. It's a lot of fun and you gotta love it. But anybody who runs for office is either a little bit crazy or fill in the blank, something else. But it's not easy. Win, lose, or draw, it is a tough thing. You give up your life. You open up your life. I've opened up my life, and it's going to continue to open up day after day. Paul Mitchell did that, ran a heck of a primary, ran on principle. What a glorious thing. What a glorious thing. He will do that again one day, I have no doubt. But Paul, putting together a group like this, congratulations, congratulations. Lots of folks in this room have been fighting the good fight for a number of years. I want to point out just one. I met this man ages ago, Jack Roser. I'm gonna give you a shout out, Jack. I met Jack. I've known Jack a long time. Jack and I have done a lot of work, particularly on an issue near and dear to both of us, school vouchers. And he is a hero in this state. He has always been a hero of mine. He's one of these folks who has not bent over the years. He's stood for what he's believed in, even when that has ticked some folks off. And how good, how ironic, but how good and positive that so many people now in the party are coming to Jack to put their arms around him. He's only 56 years old, so he's got some years ahead of him. I would like to write his book one day. At least I'll read it. Jack, you are an Illinois and an American hero. Bill Brady said it, Ronald Reagan said it before. You know, the beauty, we all loved Reagan. The thing I most loved and admired about Reagan was he saw the world so simply. And it infuriated the media. You know, Bush W. did that as well. To George W. Bush, the world was black and white in many ways. To Ronald Reagan, there was good, there was evil. He saw the world in such a simple black and white lens, and our liberal media just did not understand that. That's what people understand. Ray's right. From day one, when I decided last fall I'm going to do this run, it wasn't difficult to figure out why I wanted to run for Congress. I said it to myself night after night in bed for about a month and a half. I literally did feel like I was losing my country. Most of you have heard me say that day after day and week after week. I haven't drilled down on it as much as I should. So let me take a few moments and drill down and try to articulate exactly what I mean when I say I feel like I'm losing my country. Because it's really this simple. Soon-to-be Governor Brady alluded to the fact that the private sector and the public sector are at war in Illinois. We're at war. I'm going to try to do this with a smile on my face because we need to be happy warriors, but we are at war in this country. And if anybody in this room, because I don't, thinks this is just a campaign, we got another thing coming. This is not a campaign. This is not just a campaign. It's been a rough month and a half for me. I know I'm at war. We are at war. And let's start from the top, guys. The first aspect of this is very clear. We're at war against a mindset that wants to change our very relationship with our government. End of story. If we continue down this path, we're going to bankrupt our kids and our grandkids. A businessman downtown put it to me better than anyone's put it to me before. He said, my God, if we don't stop this spending, our kids, and I know my grandkids, are going to be indentured servants. You know, Melissa Bean does really well with soccer moms, I've been told. Soccer moms are her base of support. Soccer moms. My God, who cares more about kids and grandkids than our mothers? We have got to stop this spending path we're on. Something's going on. Our staff had our campaign had a healthcare town hall this week. Didn't exactly put out 2 to 3 weeks notice for this town hall. We probably put out 2 to 3 days notice. In Wakanda, Robert, in Wakanda. A lovely venue. We had 150 people. We had 150 people, maybe closer to 200, pile into this thing to simply voice their frustrations, ask their questions, let their voices be heard about this Obamacare, this health care thing that is just being thrown down our faces, a piece of legislation our legislators didn't even read. And you know what's fascinating? The legislation itself has angered a lot of us. The process, the way they did this was so poor. 16,500. Let me just throw one number at you. 16,500 IRS agents are going to be funded in this legislation to do what? To make its citizens, the country's citizens, get health care and collect taxes if they don't. That's outrageous. As conservatives, we believe in limited government. We know there's a better way. I want to make sure that my Republican Party, our Republican Party, does not go wobbly on this issue. This piece of legislation, folks, needs to be repealed. Say it. It needs to be repealed. And it can. It can. The beautiful part about this legislation is that it's going to take 5 to 10 years and then some to implement everything. We can defund it. And then we can hopefully elect a Republican president in 2012 to enact Republican health care legislation that we know will work. We're at war, I believe, against a mindset that does not know how to defend us. Tough thing to say about our president. But I'm scared to death because I worry for my kids and grandkids. I worry for us because I do not believe the folks in charge right now in this administration understand how serious the threat is out there. There is a mindset, folks, that wants to kill us. Oftentimes, it's such a difficult thing to say, but there is good and evil in the world. There is evil that is out to destroy our very way of life. And our government, we believe in a limited government. We don't want our government doing too much. The one thing we know we want our government doing is defending and keeping us safe.